So this is my bottom through of Brandon Figueroa knocking out netball to claim the WBA Featherweight title after Brandon Figueroa, who was the rare fighter, wasn't he, coming over from America to the South End of Liverpool. Brandon Figueroa, the nickname the Heartbreaker, and he did break the Stouts' hearts, didn't he? And he broke netball's heart as well in that final round. And for me, it was a very close fight. It was a close fight. I think the judges had Figueroa winning, and I completely agree. To be honest with you, I had Figueroa winning on my card as well. And it was good to see the judges had the white man winning, because at the time we were all thinking Figueroa, in my opinion, I was thinking Figueroa will not get the decision, especially over there in my opinion. And it was mostly a fight of two halves for me, where obviously netball was always going to start quicker, but I think Figueroa was sensational last night. I thought it was sensational. He absolutely nullified netball, probably throughout the whole fight for me. Throughout the whole fight, absolutely nullified netball. He went toe to toe with netball as well, and if anything, it feels like Figueroa's style was all one for netball. And don't get me wrong, I thought it would be a close fight, but I did have netball to win in my preview, because of where both fighters were doing at this current stage in their career, because netball was on the up. Brandon Figueroa was stabilised there, wasn't he? And we didn't know if Figueroa had anything yet in his career. And wow, did he have something yet in his career? Netball getting nailed with that left hand, while both men were obviously exchanged, and obviously netball obviously got sent down heavily, but he did well to beat the count. But then Figueroa obviously jumped on him in the final on the final round, knocked him out of the ropes. When you knocked him out of the win, that means you've got no chance of fucking getting back in the win there when that happens. And that was a killer instinct by Brandon Figueroa. Killer instinct, sensational in that last round. And even though he was actually winning on the judges' scorecard, Figueroa just thought, I can't get it door to the judges. And yes, praise some hearts, and he did praise some hearts, didn't he? And for me, the thing with netball is, there was obviously our media been hyping netball up. I've not been hyping him up. I said netball was good, but I said he's nowhere near the best featherweight in the world. He's nowhere near Marco Espinosa's level, in my opinion. And netball has been found out. At the end of the day, it's been found out. It's funny how they named it a tall order in terms of this fight, and it was, and ended up being a tall order for netball in the end. Figueroa now a world champion, once again, and but for me, netball, the very netball, I think he would have beaten Bruce Townsend, for example. I think he would have beaten him. But it's the other champions. I was like, I don't know if netball will beat them, to be honest with you. And what next for both fighters? I think Brandon Figueroa will need to have that title defence against Marco Carrillo, who is the interim champion. And I think netball needs to have a comeback fight for me. Get back to winning ways fight. And I think Nathaniel Collins would be a good shout to have netball as a comeback fight. It's risky for netball though, because Nathaniel Collins is on a high, but it's still a winnable fight for netball. Still a winnable fight for him as well. Still a winnable fight for netball as well, or even have a more cherry picked easier opponent, then I wouldn't mind that either, to be honest with you. Obviously, earlier on in the night we saw Brad Strand put on a master card to secure the win. Third round KO, yeah, it was in full control right from the very start. And the fight was always going to be ended quite early as well. And I think Brad Strand now deserves a big fight, doesn't he? And then I think to myself, Peter McWell needs a comeback fight after his defeat to Spurs Masood. And for me, I think this is the perfect comeback fight for Peter McWell. The perfect comeback fight. It's a tough test for Peter McWell, but it's a test you would expect Peter McWell to win. And Brad Strand deserves a fight like that, in my opinion, an all-stouts fight between the two of them. And finally, we saw a spectacular turnaround from Andrew Kane, who obviously looked absolutely spent after being hurt to the body in the 8th round, where he did get knocked down twice before Warren back to stop the game and tough eye-handle Jared Gonzalez in the 9th round. He basically snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, indeed. And absolutely great stuff. The thing with Andrew Kane is there's a lot to learn. Obviously, it was a world title eliminator, and for me, he shouldn't be anywhere near a world title shot yet, in my opinion, Andrew Kane, after seeing that performance, because the title shot he's mandatory to get, he will get beat, in my opinion. I'm trying to remember who's the champion now, but I'll obviously check after this. And but yeah, Andrew Kane for me, I think what he needs to do is, I think he needs to face like a world level gatekeeper, someone who's world level for me. I think that's the right step up for Andrew Kane. Then potentially door into a world title shot, in my opinion. So, but that's my review of the Brandon Figueroa knocking out Nick Ball to claim WBA Featherweight title in dramatic fashion in the final round. Feel free to leave your thoughts on everything I spoke about the main event and the two fights that were on the card as well. And I will see you all on the next one.